a single piece of duct. So what I need to do is I select it back and say, go and optimize it. The moment I say optimize it, it will divide the ducts based upon the specifications we have set in the specifications on there. And it will use those fittings, it will use those ducts. And if you notice here, I didn't do much, right? I just said convert, apply with specification, and it just converts for me. Now once the conversion finishes, as I said, you can convert the pipes, you can convert the ducts as well over here. Now based upon what is the specification you have selected, whether it's a slip joint, whether this is flange with non-flange, it's going to happen automatically here. You don't have to worry about that. It only depends upon what is the specification you have selected. How much is the length, it's set already. So you can imagine specification is your company standard of the ducts. For example, for supply duct, supply with a particular pressure, this is the specification you're going to use. Now in this case, what I'm trying to do is I selected all those ducts, I'm saying export to fabrication. Simple command, export to fabrication. It will save a file in a format called MAJ. That's it. So MAJ is a format for fabrication. And that's it. So once the file is saved, I can go back to any of those estimation softwares, or I can go back to, like, this is an estimation package. I'll open it. What's going to happen here is all the content which I exported, I have a first report how much percentage of ducts are in supply, return, and all that. Plus, I have every content which I exported here, pipes, ducts, hangers, everything. It's no loss of data because, as I said, this is the same duct which is in the Revit, this is the same duct which is in the software. So there's no change in anywhere here. I'm referencing the same library in the back end. All right? I'm going to come back to this later on to show you how, after I bring this one here, how I'm going to take the estimate out there. So it's an estimate ready now. Again, the estimation depends upon your cost, and cost can be the specification, which you already have set, right? Now, once this is done, what if you get a PDF file, and you need to work on that PDF now, right? So I can directly start my estimation package, and I say I'm going to bring in a PDF file here. Sorry. It can be PDF, again, it can be an AutoCAD here, and you also have a choice to switch on, switch off layers if you need to. Even though that's a PDF, it can do that. You can scale it, you can rotate it. So all those things are done, but just want to move it a little bit further so that we will reach to the different points. So after scaling and all that, we simply go and type in the size of the duct and a pipe. We're going to start it, and I'm going to start typing my distances. So I take the pipe, I know what the elevation is here, there's a change in size, I simply move forward by changing the size on the dashboard. And what's going to happen is the result is, once I finish all this tracing on top of that PDF or AutoCAD file inside this one, the result will be this. So you get it converted, but it's no automatic conversion. Don't feel that I just did an automatic. You need to trace on top of what exactly was in a PDF file. So you have to do that. Now, at the same time, when I had completed that, it also tells me what is my manufacturing cost, what is my buyout cost and buy-in cost, what is my labor cost, everything. It's already ready. I'm going to go into more details on that. So this is how exactly I would be looking from that point of view. All right, so let me just go back here. Now, it also supports to do the multi-services layout in CAD MEP. So just in case you have to do multi-services layout, so what happens here is, again, in the familiar moment, I'm going to customize my layout so I can choose what services need to be routed together. So you select them, you define the distances in the elevation, you define the X and Y distances between them. So you can set multiple of the services together, define the sizes, define what service needs to be there, what is the length, width, and all that. Once you have done that, we can go and start adding the multi-line. It's not only 5 ducts together. It can be 5 ducts, 2 cable trays, 7 pipes, and you do them all together, and it's going to just follow the path you just asked it to do. So once this is done, the result is going to be something like, you will have all these multi-services done into that area in one single go. Sorry, it helps in that one as well. Now, if I have to place the hangers and sleeves on that, so again, I can take a hanger if I haven't placed the hanger separately, because sometimes to place as a hanger automatically on one duct is easy, but if you have to place a hanger on multiple services together, you can select them together and then say place a hanger. It will take those 3 ducts together and place one single hanger in between them. Same thing with multiple pipes, you can place a hanger between them. So you can keep on placing those pipes, those cable trays, and all that. It could be multiple services as well, and the cable, this is going to be happening. And I just want to highlight one more thing. If I do this in Revit, and if there's a floor slab coming from a reference link file, the height of this hanger or the rod length will automatically go and stitch. If that changes, the rod length will automatically adjust. So you don't have to worry about that. It also automatically will be taken care. Similarly, if I have to add the sleeves here, just in case, so I can also go and add those sleeves the same way I did the cable trays. Now, spools, for example, from a point of view that you need to create spools for fabrication shop drawings, what I'm going to do is I can open the file, which I might have exported from Revit. I can open that back in CAD MEP, and once that is there, and or STMEP, so the file, let's say this is my plumbing file, I will open it here, and this is the same file if you have seen earlier, we traced it. And once that is done, I'm going to open it here, and then I can choose a view. I'm going to view this, maybe an isometric view, and I can select, sorry. So I can select the portion which I need to do a spool. So once that is done, now before that, I'm actually applying a template of a drawing where the spool needs to be done, because you might need a floor plan view and elevation view as well as the quantities on that, and it's going to automatically happen here. So we just say spool, it will create a spool drawing of that, and you will have all this information available to you in a single click. And by the way, as I said, you can customize the template. It's an AutoCAD template here, so you can customize it with your own title block and own sizes of multiple tabs and all that. And then you can just work on this text to place it wherever you need it, and it's automatically referencing to the data in the quantities. Now, coming back to the estimation portion, as I said earlier, if you have specifications, and the specifications you have already defined the cost. So cost can be in a different format. It could be cost coming from an Excel file. It could be cost for a duct based upon the area of a duct, based upon the weight of the duct, based upon the length of the duct. You can set it. So that is based upon how you want it. Similarly, you're going to define the different factors, how much time it's going to take me to install it, how much time it takes to fabricate, what's my skilled labor or manager cost, what is my helper cost in the shop, what is my installation cost in a ground floor, what's my installation cost on the rooftop. So you can differentiate all those price factors as well